What's going on, guys? Another video today, and today I want to discuss: does your body type really matter when bodybuilding? As we all know, there's three body types, right? The ecto, which is usually a hard gainer, someone's long, skinny, could eat whatever they want and not gain any fat or muscle. We have the mesomorph, and that person usually can build muscle pretty easily, but the company's kind of fat. Um, or they can build it both and lose it off pretty quickly. And then endo, right, is the bigger type of square body where you can usually have a lot of muscle, but it also accompanies a lot of fat. Me personally, I think I'm between a mesmo and an endo, just because I have more of that frame for an ecto or a mesmo, but I definitely store fat much easier, and it's not as easy for me to lose. But I do gain muscle pretty easily. Now, does any of that really matter? To me, unless you're competing in a specific sport or something of that manner, where, of course, ectomorphs are probably going to be more inclined for long range sprinting speed, bursts of speed and stuff like that. Um, Running through it, obviously, mesmo, you can be just kind of a general stockier build, right? Maybe even a boxer. Same thing could be said for the endo. But whatever the case is, in bodybuilding, it doesn't really matter. You're just gonna have to make up either more or less depending on your body type, right? So if you're an ecto, you're gonna have to eat a lot. Okay, there's really no getting around that. When I was a kid or much younger, I could eat whatever I want. Of course, when you're younger, you have a higher metabolism, most of us, and I can't really do that too much anymore. I'll definitely start to gain fat in areas like that, but when you're younger and excuse me, and you have that body type, you just got to eat more. Like at one point, I had this young man come up to me in the gym, and he was kind of describing, hey man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but I'm not really seeing any growth. And I was telling him, I was just like, well, how much are you eating? He's like, oh, I'm eating so much, man. I'm eating so much, and I'm just like, if we really sat down and looked to see how much you were actually eating, I don't think you're eating enough. And that just kind of boils down to it, right? If you're not gaining any muscles because you're not eating enough, your metabolism is accounting more for the calorie deficit or for the calories you're intaking. So, for me personally, I didn't start gaining muscle until I joined the military, and they started feeding me. I never had that constant intake of food before, so I started putting on some muscle. It wasn't anything crazy, and I definitely was not leaning into it. I didn't do any shakes, no pre-workouts, no creatine, no none of that. So, it was just kind of natural growth. And of course, years pass now. I'm kind of getting into it, and I did have a very strong, I don't want to say rebound, but I gained a lot of muscle that first year just from experimenting, eating different foods, or the same foods for that matter. That could be a different video, but at the end of the day, it's just like consistently. Are you going to the gym? Check. Are you actually, working out hard? Are you trying to, as Greg would say, go harder than last time? More importantly than just going harder than last time is that, are you focusing on the mind-muscle connection? I kind of preach on that. I see a lot of people that just kind of don't. They lapse that step and they think they're getting a good workout, but you're just slinging around the weight. It's kind of like anything. If you don't actually know what you're doing, then you're probably not going to see the growth or expectations or anything like that come to fruition. So you got that. You got your gym, right? Okay, you're going hard, right? You're going to the gym, and your diet, right? I mean, if you're not gaining muscle, you got to eat more. It's kind of simple, right? You got enough protein intake. Okay, turn up the calories, and you're definitely going to gain some muscle. Um, Last thing would be sleep. And, you know, everybody has a genetic difference for sleep. I'm definitely less prone to being able to just run on low sleep. To me, it's terrible. You know, I hear people that can run on very little sleep and still be extremely productive. They're sensitive to, you know, whatever they like, caffeine or anything like that. Like, I have a tendency to adapt to substances, or, you know, in this case, caffeine, pretty quickly. So me using it day in and day out, the effects really do wear thin, and that's why I don't really take caffeine regularly anymore. It took me a long time to figure that out. So, you know, there's a number of factors, but those three things, obviously, you know your body better than me, but if you got all those things going, I mean, there's no reason why you're not going to see growth in whatever area you're leaning towards, right? So, at the end of the day, body type doesn't really matter, you know. And if you wanted to be an elite person, that's probably a different story, right? You're not going to see a endomorph running, you know, the 500-meter dash. You know, they're not going to be in the Olympics. That's just not their body type. But that aside, just building muscle, everybody can build muscle. It's part of the human body. You're going to be able to do it. Some easier, some harder. But to be honest, at the end of the day, none of that really matters, because it's hard for everybody, regardless of you know, how easy they do it. So, anyways, just kind of wanted to go over that. I did some lighting, been trying to experiment around. Definitely going to try to start doing some, you know, more higher production videos. It's supposed to be just talking here, so look out for that. And posing's still going good. So yeah, everything's going pretty good except my sleep. I talked about that, but these last couple of days, man, I just been waking up with an itch in my throat and having a cough and can't get back to sleep, and it's been wearing on me. Today I've been dragging ass for sure. So, but you know, hopefully tonight I'll get a good night's sleep, get back to the grindstone, and well, I've been still doing it, but you know, have that complete focus. So, anyways, shit. You guys take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.